Like, oh, where's your boyfriend? Where will he come from? Will he fall from heaven? Like,
Hello, everyone. Welcome to the banter section of Books and Banter. I'm Tolu, and this is
Lynn.
I'm Linda.
Hi everybody, my name is Ochwa.
and this is
Books and Banter, the podcast.
Okay.
This is our very first episode, guys. Can you tell that we're nervous? It's not, you can't tell.
Can't do all of that. Oh, okay, never mind.
Should we do the woo or no? Okay.
Okay, so maybe we should talk a little bit about what Books and Banter
Backstory.
is
Yeah.
about. So
I'll leave that to you.
Oh God.
Our founder.
Yeah.
I feel like everybody has something to say, but like Books and Banter is a book club located in Winnipeg, Manitoba, and we're all members of the book club. It started last year, 2024, around February. And yeah, we just started the podcast because we're having so much fun in the book club.
Yeah.
And we're
Yeah.
And we have a lot to say.
Honestly.
we're like, we might as well,
Right.
guys.
Yeah.
We have to record these conversations.
It was hot and steamy, guys.
Exactly.
Trust me.
Yeah.
So, do you guys have
Yeah.
anything to say about like the
Context.
book club?
We are a group of 15 people right
Yeah.
now. Right?
Yeah. Right now.
15 girls.
Well, we're women.
Well,
Ladies.
sure.
We're
We're
15
grown.
ladies.
Bro,
Love reading.
I don't take myself that seriously. I'm
We're
sorry.
grown.
Yeah, a group of
Okay.
15 ladies who love reading, who
Yeah.
love
Yeah.
talking,
Yeah.
who love having a
Bantering.
good time,
Yeah.
and bantering.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because there's the book aspect and there's also the banter
banter.
aspect, and I guess you guys are going to experience both of them because like we have like topics to talk about from a book we recently read, and also we're gonna banter.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
'cause duh.
Because the books and banter.
Follow us on Instagram,
All our
and all of
socials.
that, 'cause,
Twitter,
like,
everything.
Yeah, we're on there.
It will
And
be
read
down
along
there.
with us because
Yeah.
like we pick very spicy books, guys.
Exactly.
It's all fiction, so don't worry, we're not
Yeah.
talking about like deep
self-help
stuff.
or anything like that.
And they can join the online community, right?
Yeah,
That's
exactly. Because we're at capacity with the physical meetings and people like joining in like physically, but you can join online and read along with us, and like we'll
Yeah.
carry you guys along.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Yeah. So
Okay. So to get into it, we're gonna start with the icebreaker question.
okay.
Ooh.
Okay.
The question would be, first of all, recently, what is like it could be either fashion or like hairstyle or something you did recently that you feel like your friends and family totally judged you for. Like maybe you did like, I don't know why that mullet hairstyle is just coming to, I need to do that hairstyle because like I feel like people are going to judge me for it, but I'm going to be like, I don't
I
care.
don't care. I'm gonna do
But
this.
like, is there like any hairstyle or just like
Fashion
fashion wise or like just like life choices or life decisions you've made that like you felt like
People-
your friends were like, they were giving you side eye, like,
Can it be an activity?
anything.
Okay.
Anything. Okay, I don't want to go first.
You can go.
Okay, I'll go first. 2 months ago, I did a 9-hour workout, like a boxing workout.
Oh my
Oh,
god.
yeah.
No, no,
Yeah.
I'm judging
Yeah,
you.
like,
Yeah.
no, like the one for charity.
The one for
right?
it was for charity.
see.
Okay.
It was a 9-hour boxing and cardio workout. So,
Like 9 hours straight.
well, it was like 3 hours, 15-minute break, and then or 10-minute break, and then 3 hours, a few minutes break, and then again 3 hours. So, but the 3 hours sections were like intense.
That is
so,
crazy.
yeah.
That is actually
3
wild.
hours is actually insane.
I
to
know.
be honest.
I know.
So you got like people saying like, what are you doing? Are you crazy?
Oh, my dad was judging me. He doesn't like that I box in the first place. So
Imagine a Nigerian
imagine,
father.
I know. So that was it.
Yeah.
Wow, interesting.
Honestly, I can relate because every time I tell my parents, oh, I'm going to the gym, they're like, gym again? Again? I'm like, bro, that's the only way I'm sane. So please
Exactly.
allow it.
I hear it.
What do
Like-
Nigerian parents have against gym, please? Like,
Honestly.
when they're older, they're like, I wish I did this when I was younger. I wish I was fit when I was younger. Now we're trying to be fit, and they're like, why are you
Yeah.
married
Like,
to
what
the
are you
gym?
trying to do? Which war are you preparing
I told
for?
my dad that like, oh, like muscles are good for you. My dad was like, but not too much.
That's always it. Not too much.
I don't know. I feel like this might sound crazy, but anything anytime I wear something short or revealing by the standards of African parents, I always feel like they're slightly judging me. Like, as I was coming out now, like, I was on the phone with my family, like, a video call. And I was almost shy, and I'm like, oh, bye. I was trying to keep the camera up here. Because I'm like, I don't even want to.
Any discussion.
Yeah, because I don't even, I'm not in the mood. Like, so I feel like that's always where I'm like, they're always judging. I mean, they don't say outright anymore, but I'm like, okay, I'm sure they still have those feelings. But just because I've said, you know what, stop, I don't want to hear it, like, it's not changing. Maybe they now, like, kind of internalize it. Right. And I'm like, I know you're still judging, and I don't even, if you don't see me, you won't judge. So, yeah.
It's crazy because, like, I feel like we all have that, like, African parent, like, voice in our head, and we're just like, oh my God, my mom's going to say this is too short, or this is too revealing, or this is too...
or this is too tight.
Does it not have a jacket? For me, well, I guess something I did, I told my friends, I went on a date with somebody that was outside of my race, or that was more Nigerian.
Your race? Okay. Outside of your race?
And
I got my boy on my roster.
And I feel like my friends were like, oh yeah, yes girl, you know, but I low-key feel like they were judging me. I low-key feel they're like, I don't know about that. But yeah.
That's so funny.
We would never judge you, just FYI.
Safe space, guys.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Safe space.
Exactly.
I mean,
still
I will
don't
kind of
judge.
judge, but like in the right. No, not in that way, guys. Oh my God, people don't rate me. God.
If there's anybody that is going to not shame
No,
she will not hide her face.
No,
She will
I
be
mean like I
side-eye.
will judge you, but like in a positive way. Like, go girl, you know, dating
Judging
outside of-
positively.
Yeah, you can make. No, I'll say like judging positively is making like an observation. I guess it's more of an observation than a judgment. I'll be like, oh, look at you, girl. You know, stepping out of your yeah, because it really is not as easy as people make it seem, especially when like it's kind of your comfort zone you're stepping out of. You get so I'm
Like this.
Go girl. Get it. I feel like for me, like, I can't really pinpoint like one thing, but I know growing up, like, I don't know, my mom just did not like me in like middle part. Like anything I do, like hairstyles, if I wore a wig that was middle part, like God, she'd be like, this thing does not even fit your face. Like, she would talk me down until I'm like, okay, fine, I'm going to go and do my side part. She's like, you don't look good on center part. Like, I'll just go and do side. You look so good on side. She'd be like, I did something wrong. She'd be like, side part fits you. Like, you look like a princess. This is middle part. And like growing up, like I just like almost like subconsciously thought that like middle part does not fit my face. So like growing up now, I feel like now I'm in my rebellion phase. Like forget this hair, right? So it's giving side, but
still,
the inner me is middle. Yeah, I felt like she always judged me for doing middle part.
Do you think that she doesn't like middle parts?
I feel like because like
does she do middle part?
No.
Yeah,
that's
my
why.
mom does that too. Like you don't like something, then you make
So
it.
exactly.
Like
she would never do
like
it.
it. You also don't like
That's
it.
why. It's because she doesn't like it.
God, mental notes. I'm taking notes. So I don't repeat. I guess leading into like today's discussion, we're just like trying to talk about like how the fear of judgment or that like what would people say factor, like how it like hinders women generally in our society, or like just puts them in like a box in a lot of things that we want to achieve in life and stuff like that. Like even this podcast, like honestly,
I mean we're going to get like there's going to be like another like podcast but that like we're going to do what we're going to do, right? You know, women actually.
So I guess in terms of like that what would people say factor, we just read a book. It's called A Kind of Madness, and like we really like suggest you guys go read it and like let us know your thoughts as well. But one theme we found reoccurring in the book is that what would people say factor, like
so it's a book with like lots of short stories, and like there was a couple of stories that had the same theme of just women not really living to their fullest selves because, you know, what would people say, or like, you know, making compromises that they typically shouldn't, just because of like what people see. So we're kind of here to like break that down and like kind of banter about it.
Yeah.
But it's interesting actually, because this whole mentality of what will people say, I find that it's more prevalent amongst like African women. I cannot speak for people outside of that, but I don't find, like, especially living in Canada, I don't see a lot of women here having that like what will people say, because really it's not anybody's business. Like they're just living life. So I've found like in coming here, because I mean back home, oh my god, it was always well, you have to think about almost everything you're doing before you do it, because what will people say? So I feel like and it's actually crazy.
The like standards are higher for women. They always have been, especially like Nigerian women. They raise us to like these high. They have so much expectations from us. Like there's always, you can't like, oh, you do the same thing your brother does, and like you are reprimanded like harder because he's a boy, and like that's what boys do, and like, you know, girls are held to this high standard. So we become conscious of basically how we present ourselves in society, and like we, you know, it's a thing we start to think about. It's more of, even from like as little as like, oh, close your legs and this and that and all that stuff. Like sit down, become like you're a girl, all that stuff. Like you start to become very self-conscious and like hyper aware of how you present yourself in society.
And I think like Lynn was saying, how compared to people here in Canada and back home, like things are different. I think it's because at home we're very communal like society, right? Like everyone is living close by, everyone is in everyone's business. But here it's one man for himself. Like it's very individualistic. So I think that's definitely why.
Yeah, no, that's very interesting, because I didn't even think about the fact that like a lot of people here don't really have to think about that, because it's like, bro, like when you're in high school, you're already like working a job, like you're already like trying to make stuff out of your life, like you're hustling, you're not really thinking about what this person gonna say if they see me wearing like a DQ hat, because like you have your financial freedom, like you're not really thinking about that. You can go and like get whatever you want from the mall because you're earning money. But I feel like also, I guess in the African aspect, because like a lot of us, especially women, like they have this, like you can't even live outside your father's house until you're married, or like things like that. Like you feel ashamed if you're like making all this money just because like you feel the need to like, you know, be, like feel smaller than what you actually are. That's crazy. Like now that I think about it,
our society is can be very like traditional, which that traditional just equals like hindering women, basically, like women not having like freedom to do whatever they want,
limiting women.
Like I can remember I told like a close family member how, like, when I got a new job, I was like, oh yeah, like this is kind of like my salary bracket, and he was like, oh, that's cool, but like don't tell, like, I don't think you should let a man know that is what you're earning, because, you know, he could take it the wrong way. And I'm like, what the heck? I'm like, personally, you ain't got to tell me twice, because he's already not going to know how much I earn. Like, let's be for real. Like, once bitten, twice shy. But I was like, that's crazy that's something you actively have to tell women. Like, oh, okay, you try to present yourself less than you are so that you're more appealing to, you know, a man, which is crazy in and of itself. But then again, I am digressing, so let's reel it in.
No, that's crazy. And like, as it relates to the book, like A Kind of Madness, I know there was a story on there where it's like the lady was married to this man that was like, you know, he was more like compassionate, and like, you know, a lot of the kids or their kids were like they could relate to him a lot, and she was more of the one that, you know, she put the hammer in the house. I think they had an encounter with like Nigerian police officer, and you know the way these police officers are just crazy, and they were like telling the man to like do frog jumps or like lie down on the floor, and all of a sudden she was like, she found herself like less attracted to her husband because her husband was doing things that would save them in that situation. And then she saw herself like fantasizing about the police officer that like had all this like power and authority over them. but like she could not voice that. I mean, that's kind of crazy when you think about it, but like the underlying thing is that she just needed the man to be more assertive in their marriage and their relationship, because like that's the kind of thing she's into. But she could not voice that to her husband because but that's crazy, because like in a marriage with this person, like it goes beyond like society and beyond like what people say. Like even in your marriage, you're like, oh, what will my husband think about like me saying what I want? Like that's crazy.
Like it's so deep rooted, man. Like the fact that even in your marriage, like your person, you can't even be open your and honest self. Like
but then that's the thing, is that like I feel like Nigerian marriages, they don't think of it as like, oh, that's my guy, like that's my friend. They think of it like that is the husband, the head of your home, and then that is you, the wife, who is the it's less of a partnership. Exactly. It's not like that's why a lot of women like kneel down to serve their husband. I'm not kneeling down to serve my
That's actually crazy. I see all those posts on I'm like, kneel down, are you mad?
Like, I'm not kneel down.
If you think of somebody as your guy, you're not doing that. So they don't have that dynamic. They don't have that relationship. True, and if you're not close to somebody like that, you're not going to feel free telling them, oh, like I want you to do this.
Exactly. Do you think our generation is going to suffer like that? Like, do you think we have that kind of...
doubt it.
We're very vocal, right?
I doubt it. And I think that we are more like I feel like in our generation we are more interested in having a partner rather than a leader in our home. So I feel like that's why we would be able to have those conversations, because you essentially want to marry your guy, someone you can talk to about anything. So
but you know the funny thing, I still feel like that is still kind of like divided. Like there's this group of women or like ladies that are like, I don't even want to do anything in the house. Like, just be the leader. Just provide for me. Just spoil me. Like, even in this generation, that there are lots of babes that are just like, I don't care for being an independent woman. I don't care for like making my own money. Like, just be my.
But in the same
but you can't.
No. But you can, because who says you can't have both? Like, who says you can't have someone who is fine, providing most of the financial needs and everything, and then you just chill, and the person will still be your guide, be your friend. People actually still love each other and actually enjoy each other's company. Me personally, do I operate off of delusion sometimes? Yes. Obviously. But at the end of the day, I feel like what I am looking for is out there. It is. I am not thinking of something that does not exist. People have these relationships, and I'm like, you know what? If it takes me a little while, it takes me a little while. What the heck?
Yeah.
That's why they say, like, you know, you can only build the relation, like it's best to build a relationship out of friendship, because it didn't seem, I mean, it seemed like they had a friendship, just not like a deep friendship where like, you know, she felt like she could be vulnerable with him and like tell him what she really wanted. And like, I mean, people in this generation, we are really we're not just looking for, oh, be the husband and I'll be the wife. Like, we have to be like partners in this.
do life together.
Yeah.
But do you guys think that, you know, she was not able to be that vocal because it's kind of ingrained in us from like a young age that certain things are not ladylike? Like, imagine her now telling her husband, oh, I want you to, you know, push me and do this and, you know, like with and stuff. Like, that is exciting when you think about it. But like, the way a lot of, well, I would say our
Nigerian
parents, the way they raised us, like, I don't know, maybe they tried to maybe she was not comfortable because in growing up, she was made to feel like those parts of herself are shameful. So I don't know.
No, totally. I agree. Like, I feel like, especially just the whole like growing up and they're like, oh, you're not allowed to date and blah blah blah, and all of a sudden they're like, oh,
where's your husband?
I'm like, are you kidding me? Like, my parents tried that thing with me, and I'm like, don't annoy me. Do not annoy me, because you caged me, literally sheltered the heck out of me. And then suddenly you're like, oh, where's your boyfriend? Where will he come from? Will he fall from heaven? Like, see.
And even like, when you start to see, when women get older and then they start to like just rebel, and they're like, oh, where did he come from? She was never like that before, this, that. She was never like that because you never gave her a chance to like show who she actually was. Like, a lot of us hid so many like deep parts of ourselves from our parents just because like, I know you won't like accept it, so I'm
Yeah.
just not going to show you. My mom didn't even know like, oh, like pink is my favorite color. My mom didn't even know that up until like when I was much older. And it was like I know that she doesn't like bright colors.
Yeah.
So I just kind of like I didn't like that was not something she ever found out about me because I didn't like express it.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's like you don't let us be ourselves, and then all of a sudden you're surprised when I'm doing
Yourself.
my thing when I'm older, like, and I have the freedom to. But like, I feel like a lot of girls, like, there was one thing or the other. Like, a lot of us had diaries when we were growing
Oh my
up.
god, diaries! Oh my god, do you guys remember those diaries that had like little padlocks?
Yeah.
Oh.
Or like secondary school when you like write in your diary in codes and like in the back you have like this is A, this is B.
Yeah.
You guys,
You didn't do that.
No.
I did.
I didn't have
You
a
know,
code
I still
one.
have my
I
diary
have
from
literally
secondary
never had
school.
like a diary in my
Oh
life.
my God.
Yeah.
So
When
what
I
do
went-
you do? Like how do you
Express
like
yourself. Or how did you express yourself?
I mean you might
Girl.
have that one friend that
Yeah,
always
you can
calling
tell
and like
everything,
Fam,
Or is it just in your
this
head?
might sound crazy.
What did you do?
No, I'm nervous. You talk to God.
Bro, I talk to myself.
Oh, okay.
No, that's not crazy.
Okay,
That's
like,
crazy.
Yeah.
sometimes
Yeah.
I'm literally like, girl, what
That's
the
not
heck?
crazy.
Why did you do that? I'm
I
like,
do the
I
same
did this
thing.
because,
Yeah.
but no, you shouldn't have done. It might look crazy. Well,
I feel like everyone
having
talks
both-
to them.
both conversations with yourself. That's
Yeah,
crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, but I remember that diary phase. Like, it's crazy because, like, then there would be, like, drama in school when somebody
then
read
you
your
write it
diary. And, like, how dare you?
Yeah.
You invaded my
Did
privacy.
your moms ever like bust your, like, did they ever find it and like read them or invade your privacy in that way?
Yeah, no, I feel like I
Probably, but
was
they
very
didn't
sneaky
hate
with
you.
my,
but
yeah.
they didn't see.
Probably,
Yeah.
Because
But they
I
never mentioned
I
it
still
to you.
found my like when I went home last time, my diary was still there.
Yeah.
Like in my bookshop, and I read it, and I'm like, oh my god, this was
Who is
so.
this?
But I'm very sure
Your
they must
parents
have
have
read
read
it.
it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
definitely. But maybe they didn't understand because a lot was in code.
Yeah.
That
Like,
code
I
thing
would
was
say-
crazy.
It
Wow.
was,
It
but
saves
looking
you.
back now, it was a lifesaver.
Yeah.
They don't need to know which boys I had a crush on or the drama that was going on.
I know. Oh my.
That is wild.
I was thinking
That's
about this
interesting.
the other day, and I was thinking, like, why are we so secretive? Just like I say, like, you know how, I mean, it goes back to the whole like what will people say thing.
Oh, yeah.
But like, I find how like you said, Canadian. Have you like had a conversation with like a Canadian? They're very
Open.
sharing.
Oh my
Yeah.
god,
Oh my God,
like
almost
oversharing a
disturbing
little bit.
degree. Almost
You're
like, I don't
okay,
think
yeah.
I need to know that
know all
about
that.
you.
Yeah.
And we are like, bro, like you can be friends with somebody for a long time and you still don't know, like,
Yeah.
like not like you know
Yeah.
something.
And I
about
feel like a
them.
lot of it is just like also that like spiritual aspect to it. Just like they'll say, oh, don't tell anybody when you're traveling, or don't tell them the exact date because like you don't know what they are going. It is. My mom will say, it's only your mind, you know. You don't know the next
other people's
person. You
mind.
don't know what
Yeah.
they're thinking, right?
True.
So I guess based on that, and like just being in a society that nothing works, like
Yeah.
it's so hard. It's so easy for you to like just cling on to like spirituality and religion and things like that. Like these people, like they wake up, their routine is pretty much the same. They wake up,
Yeah,
they've gone
do
to
the
work,
same
you know.
thing, yeah.
This
And they also
know-
don't believe in like evil spirit or
No.
whatever. So
Yeah.
yeah.
I think I have like one word to answer your question.
Yeah.
Shame. That's it. We're
I don't-
secretive because I feel like we hold it, especially in our culture, we hold a lot of shame. We're taught shame from like a very young age.
And it's a
Yeah.
big
It's
driving
it's
force,
like ingrained in us. Well, I feel like people that grew up here, like they're encouraged to express themselves, not
Yeah.
hide behind.
and like even if you are
certain
different,
things.
it's still accepted.
It's celebrated
Yes,
almost,
yes,
right?
yes.
So
I actually have like a different opinion. I feel like I would just say as Nigerians, because I don't know about anybody else. I'll say as Nigerians, we are not very trusting people. And it comes from the whole thing of when you're back home, they're like, oh, this one is doing jazz, this and that. You don't know who you can trust. So naturally, you're being raised to not be so trusting of people. So when you come into a group of people, you're like, okay, what can I say? What can I not say? You don't want to.
Right.
Whereas those born here, like, they're just like, say what you have to say, like, what is the worst that can happen?
Yeah.
So I feel like that's kind of, because we're not very trusting, right? They're like, okay, let me watch you show yourself, then over time Like someone cannot know that you have siblings and they've known you for 2 years, and that's crazy.
It's fair if like we're not sharing all our business with strangers, but like even within families, like we're still like my parents don't know a lot of things about me.
No, but that one is fair.
But still, like
But
you would think that.
I feel like there's certain.
I feel like
Especially with
even
Nigerian
with
parents,
siblings,
there's boundaries.
Don't you think that like there's like if we were more open, like our parents would know us better, and like if they weren't so like typical African parenty, like
No, but-
because I feel like also my parents, I don't know a lot of things about them, and I wish I knew. Like I wish I knew what you were like when you were younger. Like I wish I knew, you know, like a lot more things, like deep things about them. Like we don't share enough.
Yeah.
And
I feel like that's where that shame comes to to play, where it's like, you know, they feel ashamed, like not knowing that them sharing that aspect of them is like
it gives you insight.
Yeah, and it's like it brings us closer,
exactly.
right? But to them, it's like, oh no, they're ashamed of this, so they would rather.
And also, like you're my child, and I'm the parent, and you can't see me in this
exactly.
way.
There's also that, like, if they're the parent, like
they have to be
standing. And they don't even understand that if you just say, oh, like now they'll tell you, oh, don't drink alcohol, don't drink, and you're like, oh, why? They'll say, oh, just don't drink, not knowing that if you tell, oh, I don't want you to drink because when I was younger I used to drink a lot and this happened, then I'll be like, oh, okay, that makes sense. But if you're just saying don't drink, I'll be like, okay, now I want to see why I shouldn't drink because what is going on. So I feel like actually we should have, I think it's good to have a little bit of mystery in parent-child relationships. Yes, I'm not even going. I feel like a bit of mystery is needed, but I feel like we should also be able to have those conversations, especially like when your child is getting older. Like once they're in high school. Once they're in high school, I feel you need to become comfortable having those conversations. Like, see, I'm not saying you shouldn't have sex. Do whatever you want to do, you know. But this is why I am telling you to wait. Because this can happen. You can get pregnant. Blah, blah, blah. They'll just say, oh, no, don't do it. Sex is bad. Sex, no. You will go to hell. I'm like, okay, now you're just making it sound more appealing. Like, what the heck?
Forbidden fruit.
I cannot speak for the men. Okay, I'll just say Nigerians in general. There's almost a shame around questioning religion or saying, you know what, I'm not in a place where saying that, okay, my relationship is with, you know, the Most High is not a straight line. I have bumps in the road. I feel like there's a lot of shame around just being honest about where we are spiritually, because you're supposed to, you know, believe in God. You're supposed to be a Proverbs 31 woman. Exactly. You're supposed to be, you know, so spiritual and blah, blah, blah. And you cannot comfortably say, you know what, right now I am not in a space to do that. I don't want to wake up and pray. Right now, I don't even feel close to God. It's almost like there's a shame because, okay, why don't you feel close to God? Are you a witch?
Exactly.
What is going on? Like, God. So I feel like that is kind of where I have seen it be. And also kind of behaviorally. Like, a woman can, like, now, okay, a lady likes to go to the club. She likes to dance. She just likes the music. She loves. But then it would be like, what are you doing? Like, you are like, if you want to get married, you can't be doing that. Or if you're a mom, you can't be doing that. When she's just someone that loves dancing and she loves music and she just likes to have a good time. She's not going there for anything crazy. But then if she goes, they're like, this one is here again. Like,
I know, I agree. It's so funny because, like, I was just talking with my husband the other day about, like, you know, about, like, being social, because he's more of, like, the social butterfly, and like me, I'm just like, you know, I have, like, you know, people that I know that I can be comfortable around, and that's it. And then, like, our daughter is just like, we're trying to notice that, like, she's like also social, because when we go out, she's like, she will never cry. Like, if you carry her, she'll be like, she will not cry. She will just, like, soaking in the environment. And we're like, this babe is giving, like, social vibes. And we're like, as a babe, should you be the social?
what?
And I'm just like, God, I'm there. Because I don't know, there's just this, like, negative, like, connotations with, like, babes that are, like, overly social. And it's like, oh my God.
It's like society tries to tell you how to be happy or how to enjoy yourself.
Yeah. Exactly.
You should enjoy yourself by cooking.
You should
enjoy yourself by knitting. You should enjoy yourself by reading a book.
Yeah.
Like this is how you
enjoy
enjoy yourself as a woman.
but not too much.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah. I mean, so definitely like sexually is one, and then like just like social interactions, and then like you mentioned, you said also like spirituality. Like, I mean, obviously it's so crazy because like this, if you follow people like in this, especially in this day and time, like you're just going to misread because like it's forever changing.
Yeah.
Like it's so crazy to me that like guys out there are still wanting like very spiritual babes. Like, are you crazy? Like, pick a struggle. Like, do you want me to be like a freak in the sheets? Or
they want a spiritual body.
Hey, let's
explore
that.
Like,
because in the same vein of like, oh, okay, don't be too out there. Be a virgin till you get married. You know, low body count, whatever. As soon as I get married, you want me to be experienced. Oh, you don't know how to do this. You don't know how to do that. You don't do this well. Why are you not doing this? Like, and it's like, okay, what do you want from me exactly? Okay. Like, how do you want me to go from novice to like expert in like 1 second? I don't know what and I think. Also, like, we lie to ourselves. We like to think, oh, okay, women, there's a way you should be chaste as a woman. But, like, the same feelings that, like, men have, like, the same horniness that you feel, that you don't think that, like, I experienced that too. I'm sorry, like, can we talk about it? Well, you feel like it's hard for you to keep it in your pants, but you think that
is easy. That honestly, let's not. I don't even know if we're ready to start this because
that seems like a whole new episode.
I'm just going to go ham.
It's like this whole like, okay, we are keeping our body count low and like because we want to present this image, but like if you leave me, like if there weren't morals and all these like things, like
gonna be outside, you know.
I can guarantee you that like I would be the same exact person that I am.
For real.
So, you know.
Yeah, honestly, I think we should actually save it for because you know that thing that men like to say, oh, anytime a woman cheats, it's very emotional, but with men, it's just, you know, physical. I'm like, I need people to stop saying that rubbish. I need, like, they always try to act like, oh, women are these overly emotional beings that I'm like, women can meet someone, get it done, and keep it moving. They will not even know your name.
It's the get it done for me.
Like, and they keep acting like, oh no, she has built this strong emotional.
Yeah, she loves this.
They don't even know the guy's name. Oh, it was just a spur of the moment type of thing. You get
look
like,
good, you smell nice.
Like, honestly, I find that women are very emotional creatures, think very jarring to say the least, especially when it kind of creeps into the workplace as well. It's just like you cannot even show any emotion because they're like, now she's being a woman. I'm like, no, what you did is just annoying. But you know what? I digress.
Financially, especially if you're in Nigeria, like that's a big one because like I have a friend of a friend who is like, I mean, I feel like she's in her late 20s and she moved to Nigeria and then like, you know, she's like in a space where she's like, okay, I'm ready for marriage. But like all the people within her age group, they're either, especially in a country like Nigeria, they're either just like starting out in their career or like they don't even have like a steady source of income. So now she's forced to like date like, you know, older men. And like even with that, like, I mean, there's still like a certain aspect that you can like show yourself to them because like even this man can't be trusted. Like I don't care if you're 15 or if you're 43, you can't be trusted. So yeah, I guess financially is another thing that like, you know, we feel the need to like, you know, not be
hide ourselves,
but do you think it's the same like here in Canada because like like diaspora in general because like all these people, they have this mindset of, you know, split the bill, blah, blah, blah. Like,
I don't think it's as intense for them.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. I think maybe a little bit they might have that, but I don't really, like, I don't think it's as intense for us. For us, it's very, very serious.
I feel like for them, it's less of an age thing and more of a, oh, so many people in my circle are now getting married. So like, regardless of what age you are, whether it's 30s, 40s, it's more so like, okay, these high school sweethearts are getting married. Maybe now it's my turn.
Oh my God,
that's what I find.
That's so real. Because there was someone that literally said, a guy is like, oh, I'm going to get married at the end of this year. Had no prospects in sight, and guess what? He got married at the end of the year. And I was mind blown. I'm like, you know what?
Was he Canadian?
No, Nigerian.
Wow.
He was like, oh, all my friends are getting married. I'm at that age. He's like, yeah, I'm going to end this year married. And he ended it married. And I'm like, oh, wow. Wow.
But you know what? I heard that's how it is for most guys. Like, it's like once they're ready, it's like, let me find someone. Okay, she's good 6 months, and they get married.
Yeah.
And you know, someone once said, men marry who is ready, not necessarily who they care about. And I'm like, that's crazy. But now I'm beginning to believe it. Because honestly, what that guy did shocked me to my core. I could not. I'm like, wow, that must be nice to just say, oh, I'm going to get married this year, and boom, you're married.
But that's so crazy, because like you see babes on Twitter and they're like, oh, like, you know, I'm just prepping myself for my future husband, or just like, I did this because like, you know, I'm going to get married before the end of this year and things like that. And like, they're always like roasting those babes, like, you know, focus on yourself, like focus on your life and blah, blah, blah. But a guy's like, yeah, I'm going to do this. And everybody's like, wow, girl, you got it done. And I'm like, make it make sense.
Oh, let's not get into the double standards. But in what like ways you guys think that like it has worked out for us? And I know there's not a lot coming to mind, but when you talk about like the financial part, I thought, you know what, if I get to hide my salary from you and you don't know how much I'm actually earning, well, more money for me.
Exactly.
But like, do you think there's any, I guess, pros to it?
That's an interesting question.
Hiding?
So like,
so society forcing us into like, we need to hide some parts of ourselves. You think, well, I know it seems like an all-round negative thing, but like, is there any like
pros,
bits of light in there, or not really?
I mean, that financial aspect for sure, where it's like, because you never know, like this, I don't know if I'll call it this generation of guys, but there are some guys that are just like, you know what, if my baby's like making money, like there's no need for me to work, I'm just gonna like, I'm just gonna like, you know, like, bro. Like, you're forgetting that babes just want to be like, we just want to be girls. Like, we're just girls. Like, allow us to be just girls.
I still want to be taken out.
Like, I still want to be taken care of. Like, bro. Yeah, so I guess in that financial aspect, like, yeah, definitely not being very open and transparent sometimes is like,
it's key. For you.
Yeah. Honestly, I think that's the only aspect.
Because what else?
Because the rest of it is all bad.
Yeah, it's all bad.
Yeah, the one coming to mind for me, it's not necessarily a benefit, but it's just how, you know, it's very easy for me to be underestimated. And then I, especially like at work, you just pop, like, it's so funny because and it comes back to kind of dimming your light, because at work you're almost like, you have the same idea, but like, if I say it now, they'll say, oh, it's not like you can literally say something, the exact idea, and then when a guy says, they'll be like, oh, that is so profound, groundbreaking. And you're like, I just said it. But yeah, I would say like, financially is just that is the only upside, and that's the thing. That's the only upside for what 80% of women currently do to themselves.
I know. So like, we're just losing. Like, we're just in a losing battle, guys. Like, it doesn't pay. Good girl, no, they pay.
Be you today and always. Because really, everybody will be okay.
Now that we're like, we've realized this at this stage and this point in our lives, like, we just hope that we can instill that mindset into like the next generation as well, where it's like, you know, like, don't be ashamed of anything about you. Like, you're perfectly, like, wonderfully made. Like, you know, be unapologetically you. And like, it's crazy because like, I'm like literally talking to myself.
I feel like even us, we're still unlearning. I feel like there's so many ways that we're still unlearning. That like, I get to be me. Like I don't have to. Like this is me, and I'm not going to hide. If you don't like it, then that's your own problem.
Yeah.
And you have to tell yourself that as well. Because it's like, girl, this is you. You only have one brain. You only have one body.
Yeah.
You only have one life.
One life. Accept yourself as you are.
Yeah.
And at the end of the day, people will always talk. And the reality is that most of the time, everyone is so wrapped up in their own struggles that they're not really paying attention to you as much as you think they are. So go ahead and just do what you're doing, because a lot of people don't care, and it's very much a passing phase. Like on social media, what the hit story, it goes once something else comes up, and life is so dynamic that things will always come up in people's lives. So don't dim your light, don't set yourself back by years just because of what imaginary people might say. And even if they talk, so what? Like everybody talks.
It is your life. Like it's you that is living it. You don't want to be miserable in your own life. Like express yourself. Like do what you want to do.
Just like practically, like what does that really look like? Like for that person that it's like, oh, I want to, like maybe I want to start like a podcast, or I want to start like showing more of like, you know, the fashion side of me, or like the artsy side of me. Like just in terms of practicality, like how do you like, what would you say?
Just do it. Like just push, do it. Like just push through how uncomfortable it makes you, because it would feel so uncomfortable to the point where just not doing it would seem like the best option. But you just have to push through it, because there might be something great at the end of that door, and even if nothing great happens, you would have pushed yourself to a new limit. You might even learn more about yourself in that experience. So there's no disadvantage to just doing it. Okay, we started this podcast. Maybe only 5 people will watch it. We don't know, and it might be 4 of us and 1 other person. We don't know. But at the end of the day,
15 people, everybody in the podcast.
When we send it to that group, everybody better watch it.
So at the end of the day, I'll just say do it, man. Just
also surround yourself with people who are about like doing what they want
doing
to
things,
do. So you can feel more confident in that.
True.
Yeah.
No, I definitely resonate with that. Like being around people that are like, you know, are also go-getters as well, because then you start to feel almost left out if you're not like doing something, because then it like pushes you.
Yes, I agree.
But there's an adverse. What if you're surrounded by go-getters, and then when you now go to get, you will now get rubbish. You will now be the one failing in your group of go-getter friends.
What you wanted to do.
And honestly, like a lot of people around you, I'm sure they failed at something they've done as well. So you still have that, you know, solace in the fact that, like, you know, they're saying, don't worry, I've done this multiple times, so like it's okay for you to fail at it.
I also feel like there's a confidence in like I said I was going to do something. This thing that was hard for me, and I did it, and I did not die. I will do another one.
I agree. Even if you fail at it, just the fact that like you got out of your comfort zone, and you did, just like us doing this podcast.
And
I think you have to an extent become comfortable with failing.
I feel like that's to know.
You need to become like don't feel like you are less than when you fail, because only very few people succeed at every single thing they do. So I think, because that's one thing I struggled with. I'm not even going to lie. Just be comfortable failing. Because you, like everyone has said, you will learn from it. Like it's not a total failure. You would learn what worked or what did not work.
And you will
I think also too, like remembering that everyone started from somewhere. Like everyone was a beginner at something, right? At a podcast or starting a fashion blog. Everyone started somewhere. This is your beginning phase. You're going to get better.
So to anyone out there,
just do it.
Just do it.
Please, no one's being Nike.
Just do
Nike.
it.
Like, just do it. That's interesting, because like now just leading into like just things that people have done and we're like, why did you even do that?
Oh my god.
I just remember this movie that I watched recently, and it's like this Tyler Perry movie, and like everybody was like, oh, I cried. I forgot. I think the name of the movie was like, oh my god. And I'm like, Tyler Perry, come on. Like,
wait, you did not cry?
No, I didn't cry. Did you?
I cried, but then
I'm
again,
looking at you
cried.
side eye.
No. Yeah, I actually no. I'm not. It's you people. Like
I'm sure.
I
tell the
actually,
kind of person
you guys, I am still misunderstood. It's crazy. I don't cry at things that would typically. I like if something should happen in front of me now, I would not cry. But if I'm watching something sad, I cry a lot when I'm watching like stuff. Like Grey's Anatomy is just I cry literally every episode.
Really?
Yeah, like I just
Interesting.
that's like I think that is when I cry.
Yeah.
I think, and I don't even know if I'm crying because of what I'm watching or if it's just all the pent up tears I've not cried from past things, but like whatever. But yeah, like when I'm watching, I cried when I watched Straw, and I can't believe that you guys did not cry.
I haven't
What?
seen it.
Tear.
Oh my god!
And I cry for
I'm around
stuff like
psychopaths.
even funny things, cute things.
Is that because
babies?
you
I cry.
kind of anticipated it? Though?
No, the reason
Okay.
why I didn't cry is because it was unrealistic.
Oh, okay.
How? You know what?
You're telling me that in one
Same
day,
person.
someone will get kicked out of their house and will
Yes,
lose their
because some
job.
people
In
really
one
have
day,
just so-
get a ticket.
Yes, people have terrible days like that.
I mean, fair.
People have days that is just all they can think about doing is like, you know what, I could go right now and my life would be easier. Like people genuinely have terrible days. So as unrealistic as that may seem, because maybe you have luckily or fortunately never experienced it, I can genuinely tell you that there are people that would watch that and they'll be like, you know what, makes sense. They might not have seen it. They might have seen their mom, their aunt, their uncle, someone in their family actually go through it. So yeah, maybe that's
I've
why.
forgotten what I was watching the other day that he said it's expensive to be broke. I don't know if it was like the same movie, but I forgot what I was watching and they were like, it's expensive to be
Yeah,
It
it's
was
that
strong.
movie.
Yeah,
And
it
like
was
people
strong.
never
Like,
realize
and-
how
yeah.
expensive it is to be broke.
No, I
Yeah.
agree. I totally agree. No,
That
I
part,
didn't.
I was like, okay, yes.
No, I didn't even like dispute the fact that like, you know, you can have like multiple things like crazy happen to you in a day. It's just like, I don't know, like there was just something about it that did not seem like relatable. Like it just did not seem like it just. I'm sorry. Our production manager just. But yeah, there was just something about it, and maybe it's just like Tyler Perry's like writing, because I just realized that he writes all his movies.
Sad black women. Oh, I can't
He
do it.
literally writes his
Yeah.
like all the movies, and I'm like,
We need to. They need
you
to
are
do,
the problem.
We need to do like
He's very much the
like
problem.
digging
Yeah.
into his life and his
I
upbringing.
mean, they're already
because-
digging into it, aren't they?
Yeah.
Oh, because it's in a scandal right now.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I didn't even know
Yeah.
about that.
He is?
He is.
Yeah,
Okay.
and I mean,
Yeah,
that's not
some-
even.
yeah.
Okay.
Anyways, I'll look this up after.
Interesting. No, because like what happened to you that like almost every movie
Everything. Like, we have to go through it. A
hurt
black
you?
woman must go through
No,
it.
but like he said, it's his experience. What if he
Sure.
was raised around struggling black women? What if that,
Yeah.
because like it was not the reality for a lot of people, what if he's writing what he knows, what he saw
No, I don't.
growing
You know, I
up?
don't even have any problem with that. It's just that like you're creating like an entire brand of
On
like
this.
this,
Yeah.
and
Struggling
that's
women.
unacceptable. Like
Yeah.
if you know that you have, this,
no, but he had like Madea and them. Madea is not struggling.
I guess that was like more comedy.
But that's like one or two. Like he has like maybe two things that women are not struggling. Almost everything else.
They're not struggling or they look silly.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Like in that the one with Kelly Rowland.
I mean,
what was that movie?
knowing
Oh
The
my
painting
god.
one.
oh my God, law. What is
I can't
that?
remember
that
the
one.
name.
That's
Is it
true.
mistrial? I don't know. The name was
Oh, jeez.
as
With the
funny
painter
as-
guy.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
my God.
It just skipped me right now. I had it, and then that movie was
So
again
silly.
Tyler Perry. You're on your last legs.
But now, I mean, knowing what we know now, for those that have seen the story, I get why, you know, he wouldn't want men to struggle and he puts all the struggle on women. Knowing what we know now.
Like based off of his story. Like the
no.
stuff they're finding out about him.
No.
What?
But what we know, don't worry, when you go look.
I don't know.
What do we know? I don't know.
I don't know.
His based on your preferences, you wouldn't
Oh,
want to
gotcha.
you wouldn't want to paint your preference in
Okay.
a struggling
Right.
life.
Okay.
That is
So
crazy.
I know we're we're rounding up what we should be, but like, do you think that men have a version of like this? So we're talking about women and like how society or what fear of society keeps us repressed. Do you think that men have their own version of that?
Of them being repressed?
You're feeling
I
like
don't-
they need
yeah.
to repress certain parts of themselves
No.
based off of what you've just brought up about the
Yes, I
Tyler Perry
do.
thing.
Yeah.
I do.
Based off of
that, yeah.
Men repress themselves a lot emotionally.
Yeah.
It's like, I have to be
because
a
men
man,
are
right?
supposed to be tough.
tough
Yeah.
and so in that that's
And
how they
also
repress
with
themselves.
like sexuality preferences type situation.
Yeah.
like,
Yeah.
I feel like definitely they get repressed emotionally, and I guess sexuality ties into emotions.
Yeah.
So I
Yeah.
guess, so yeah, nothing grinds my gears more than when I hear men shouldn't cry.
I
that
hate
just
that.
ugh. I'm like, this is why there are
It's
a lot
why
of
the way they
crazy men out here, people that don't know how to regulate their
Yeah,
emotions.
Yeah.
And
They
they
don't
feel
have an
like,
outlet.
they don't have an
Like-
outlet. They don't know how to
Yes.
resolve conflict in a reasonable manner. They always go to the extreme. You know what?
The ladies of books and banter, guys.
That's a wrap. Okay. love
Bye,
that.
guys.